a pleasure to talk to you this morning, Donald. A pleasure.
Hey, Chris, did you hear about the feud?
Yeah, this is a hot deal here. Fill me in. Let me hear.
Between Michael Kay and Mike Francesa?
Right.
Did you hear what Michael...
Hear about it. I was actually at a Yes event on Saturday night at a Make-A-Wish Foundation dinner, and all the Yes people were there, so I got wind of it that day. And then I guess this has to do with A-Rod, the whole thing with A-Rod, with Mike interviewing A-Rod.
Did you hear what Michael Kay said about Mike Francesa?
I read about it. I know he was upset. I read all the quotes. I didn't hear it per se. Did you hear it yourself?
Let me play it for you. Fire it up.
Somebody called in and said, that A-Rod interview probably cost you the simulcast on Yes. And Francesa said, no, that's not the truth. They wanted a show where they could control the editorial, and I wasn't going to give them that. Well, I don't know how to say this without just being blunt. Mike's a liar, okay? Nobody controls this show but me and Don. So to say that they wanted editorial control, you're lying, okay? You're trying to soften the blow that you got taken off a great network, and you're trying to say that we are a house organ. Sorry, you're wrong. They took you off of Yes for two reasons. Number one, over the years, you ended up earning a lot of money, which you earned, and they were losing money on the show. Number two, okay? It's obviously the proper decision to have been made because our ratings are better than your ratings were when you were on Yes. And I'm going to give you a number three. Maybe they didn't want to broadcast a show where somebody was falling asleep on the air. That doesn't make great television. So don't you dare impugn my integrity. One more time. If you say that, I need proof. And you can't give me proof because you're lying.
Wow, very heavy. I did not hear those words. I read the quotes. I did not hear that. That's pretty strong. I guess Mike had mentioned the idea. Mike's on the theme that because A-Rod came on last year and the Yankees wanted A-Rod off the team, and he sort of was relatively decent to A-Rod, that the Yes people were mad at him. Is that the deal?
I don't know. I just thought it was very uncharacteristic for a pretty straight arrow guy.
Yeah,
like Michael Kay to freak out.
And what was Mike's? This was a couple days ago, right?
Right. Mike's response.
Mike's response yesterday to that?
Well, let's hear that.
Don't even bring that up because you know what? I don't respond to that stuff. So
wait. You had Michael Kay calling you a liar.
Wait a second. I don't care. Listen, I don't talk about other hosts on the air, and I do this show. This is what I do. I'm not worried about people who are petty, jealous, or whatever. Let the record show if they've accomplished what I've accomplished, God bless them. They want to match resumes. They can match three things: resumes, longevity, ratings, paychecks. And when I look at any of those areas, I'll match them anytime. Bring them on. Bring it on. I don't care. Listen, I don't.
What?
He was stumbling around.
What do you think, Mad Dog?
Boy, oh boy, it is pretty rough. I think that, you know what I would think? I would think Mike's disappointed that he's not on Yes. I would think that, that FS1 thing hasn't worked out. He's got the simulcast on FS1.
Oh.
And that probably hasn't worked. From what I've read, that hasn't, I'm sure he's bothered by that, and I don't blame him. And Yes was good to both me and Mike. So I think he's probably annoyed that he's not on Yes. I don't think, I'm not positive, I don't think Yes was happy about him taking A-Rod's side, but I don't think that's the reason why Yes made a decision.
No.
I think it's, Kay does the Yankee games. It works out that, if he does the Yankee games, he might as well just simulcast his radio show leading up to Yankee games. And I think that bothers Mike, and so as a result, I guess somebody called him up middle of the week and said, maybe that's why you're not on Yes. Mike said, yeah, that's probably it. They wanted editorial control. Kay gets wind of it through the Twitter page and through calls who want to cause trouble. And then Kay responds, and Mike responds to that. I'm a little surprised. Kay's hurt. Kay's an ex-newspaper guy. He went to Fordham. He's, generally speaking, been as a talk show host. He's been pretty straight out. He's down the middle. As a Yankee broadcaster, he can't do that, but this is not about being a Yankee broadcaster. This is about doing his talk shows. And, there's probably a lot of bad blood there.
Mike's got to fight back, don't you think?
Yes.
I think that Mike would be better. But Mike realizes that he's ahead of Mike, the other Mike. Francesa knows he's ahead of Kay. He's beaten Kay FAN's beaten ESPN forever with the ratings, so he doesn't want to give Kay any more publicity. And if he makes this a full-blown war, you can make the argument that's exactly what ESPN wants.
No.
So, I mean, he probably doesn't want to go in that direction
All
anyway.
right, enough of that. Let me ask you a couple more questions.
Well, what is your thought? I mean, forgetting asking me, I want to hear what you have to say.
I don't have to answer questions from you, you twerp. What? You're on my program to answer questions.
Wait a minute.
And how about answer